Stand by for action. Spectrum is green.
Well, Robert, we're on our way home at last.
On our way home, on our way home.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Terrorhawks, stay on this channel. This is an emergency.
Leading the fight, one man fate has made indestructible. His name, Captain Scarlet.
Remember the code of international rescue, not to give up at any cost.
Hello!
God, the smoke from Thunderbird 1 there, is it? Excuse me.
Too old for this sort of thing.
Wow. Yeah, they should really vent that somewhere, shouldn't they?
They should.
Thunderbird 1's exhaust.
We'll
have
do
got the
better.
aircon on, but it's not.
Yes, no. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Should we introduce ourselves?
We can. Since it's Gerry Anderson Day, it seems the right thing to do.
Oh, after you.
Hello, everyone. Happy Gerry Anderson Day. I'm Jamie Anderson.
Hello, everybody. I'm Richard James.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Dale. Happy
Yes.
Gerry Anderson Day.
Here we are to celebrate Gerry Anderson Day.
Yeah.
We want to know what, or rather, how are you celebrating Gerry Anderson Day today? Also, I'd like to know, how did you celebrate Gerry Anderson Eve?
Is there such a thing? Did you put out your Gerry Anderson Eve stocking? Yes.
And how are you celebrating Unboxing Day tomorrow? Have you ordered something for the Gerry Anderson store?
This is getting a bit silly.
Is it?
Well,
I thought it's been clever.
but if you were going to order something from the Gerry Anderson store, today is a very good day to do it,
Chris.
because
Exactly.
in honor of Gerry Anderson Day 2025,
Yeah.
we have a 15% discount currently at the Gerry Anderson store.
Yes.
That's just until midnight tonight. Is that
Good,
right?
isn't he?
He's good.
It's,
Yeah.
it's just what it says to say in my script, so I'm
great.
cracking on.
You
Yes.
must be on commission.
Yes.
And that's on most things.
Not
excluding-
pre-orders, not
pre-orders.
recent releases.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now we've done the QVC bit, we should do the
Oh, yes.
serious bit,
Yes.
if that's all right with
The
everybody.
celebratory bit.
Yeah, exactly. So, some of you may not know what is Gerry Anderson Day, or maybe you do. What does Gerry Anderson Day mean to you? Do let us know in the comments. I mean that sincerely. I'd
Yeah.
really love to know.
Yeah.
Is it about nostalgia for you? Is it, something new, a way to get into something that you haven't watched before? Are you revisiting an old series that you haven't watched since 1969 in the Anglia
Or
region?
enjoying an episode that you've watched 100 times, but today it's a bit more special.
Exactly. So today is Dad's birthday. He would have been 96 today. So that is why we christened the 14th of April Gerry Anderson Day, and so it has remained for quite a few years now. Is this like the 5th or the 6th one, I
I
think?
want to say nearly 10.
Oh, okay. Let's say
I
it's
don't
that.
know.
But anyway, what's been really nice for me to see, as the son of, to those of you who don't know, is that today I've just seen across social media people just very naturally, unprompted, saying Happy Gerry Anderson Day, and what a lovely thing that is for me. It's not the rest of you.
Yes.
It's a very, very nice thing. So we are here with all of you to celebrate all things Gerry Anderson for about another 87 minutes.
Yes,
Really?
we filled 3 minutes already.
Have we? It's
Yeah.
going well, isn't it? Nothing's
Yes.
gone wrong so far.
It's very promising.
87 packed minutes, I have to say. People are already commenting to say what they left beside their chimney for Gerry Anderson Eve. I've seen an apple, I think, and some cookies as well. And also somebody's asking, can it be 50% off in the store, please?
Sorry.
Oh.
No, I would love to do that, but
That's
I
not
think I
gonna
might get in trouble.
Okay. So ought we to let people know what's coming up in the next 86 minutes?
Well, could do.
Yeah.
As well.
I mean, I can see what's coming
I
up.
know, I didn't want to say anything, but they're over there
yes.
off camera.
Just out of shot for all of you lovely watchers, lovely viewers, we are going to be showcasing a whole load of new releases that are coming up for the rest of the year, because obviously it's a very special year, this one.
For a very special show.
Two special
Two
shows.
special shows, yes.
One of the shows less represented than the other here, but we'll get a mention. So, as many of you know, it's Thunderbirds' 60th anniversary this year, which will land on the 30th of September. And these kind of 10-year type anniversaries feel sufficiently special that we want to do some rather nice stuff for you. And we've got some very nice things to showcase for you. There will be lots of oohs and ahs and probably some drooling at home. So please, yeah, well, and from you as well. So do lean back from your keyboard. We can't be held responsible for drool-soaked machines that no longer work at the end of this.
This is true, sadly. But as part of our showcase and reveal of new items, we have a very special guest.
Yes.
It's David Mather
Yes.
from Corgi,
Yes.
who's brought along some very special treats to show us. And he will be in this very chair a bit later on.
Oh, hang on. So you get some time off, do you?
I think I do, yes.
Well, how's
I think
that
I
worked out?
deserve it, actually.
Really? Did you?
Well,
Okay. All right. Now, shall I tell you what I bring to the table?
I can guess.
it's obvious, really.
It's only blankety blank. The return of everyone's favourite game from Fab Live.
Much requested.
Blankety Blank will be appearing a little later on. I'll be asking you 5 questions, 5 notable quotes from Gerry Anderson's series, and it's up to you to fill in the blanks and tell me what show it's from and who said it.
Yeah, couldn't be easy.
You remember those days? It was fun, wasn't
I
it?
remember
Wasn't
those
that
days very
fun?
well. Do you remember those of you who used to watch Fab Live?
Way back when we were trying to
9
work
years
out
ago.
earlier when it was last on.
Yeah, but Rich and I used to be in his spare room with posters sellotaped to the wall, falling off during it. We didn't know what on earth we were doing.
This guy was there as well, I think, sometimes.
Yes, he's been with us since the beginning, I think, isn't he? Our
Yeah.
Captain Scarlet over there. Meanwhile, of course, we have got some comments, so please feel free. How do they comment on this broadcast, Jamie?
Well, wherever you're watching,
Yeah.
Facebook, you might even be watching on LinkedIn or YouTube or Twitch or X, formerly known as Twitter. Just post beneath the live stream wherever you're watching. We will see it. And if it is selected by producer Jack, the lovely Jack Knoll, who is currently hiding off screen and abroad.
Now, yes, Robert's
we'll read
Video
out.
Madness, for example, says the table is looking a bit bare. Well, yes, it is for now.
For now, yes.
I
But
suspect it'll be filling up a bit.
earlier on, it was looking very different.
Big Clicky Studios, that says happy Gerry Anderson Day. Loved Fab Live. Happy times, says Gary Hodgkinson. Well, we're back really. This is kind of Fab Live, isn't it? For Gerry Anderson Day. Was that before or after the kitchen? Lol, says Ian Riley.
We ended up in my office, I think, rather than my kitchen,
We
with
did
glasses
one
of
in
wine.
your kitchen, I think.
Right. Greetings from the Texas Panhandle, says Steve. Amazing. And there's Monty Burns. Is that gone? Quick, that's gone. I wish I had that glass etched Never Give Up with the Tracy Brothers. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, this was a sample product that never made it. So these are the sort of things you'll see. But you're going to see a lot of products that are going to make it.
Yes. Well, I hope so.
Later on.
Yeah.
But yes, I saw there someone from Texas. Do let us know from where you're watching. We'd love to know. And Jack will put up your comments so we can see where in the world you are. And if you've got any questions you would like to ask us along the way, do feel free.
Yes.
As long as they are not offensive or rude in any way, then they'll come up on the screen and we'll do our best to answer them.
Yes.
There you go. Look, Rio de Janeiro there.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
That's very cool.
That's pretty good, isn't it? I remember you guys going off for a curry. Ha, 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 says Joanna. Well, yes, we used to.
Yeah.
We did. And from Rio to North Staffordshire there, I saw. So we're
The sublime to the ridiculous.
covering half the globe already.
Great.
So some people will have got up in the middle of the night just to watch this.
Yes. If you have stayed up late or got up early, thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. Paris, Colorado there, Oxford, New Zealand. This is so lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what a lovely showing.
Yes, and we do want to know, how have you been celebrating Gerry Anderson Day? Let us know. You've been watching, cuddling down with your favourite Gerry Anderson series, or trying something new, or reading a book, or listening to an audio drama, or, I don't know, just doing a bit of doodling. We'd love to see pictures and things, don't we, on the podcast?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Any
Let
of
us
all
know.
those things.
Yeah.
Stonehenge, Alton, Robin Hood country. We know where that is. Robert Hill, it's 3:40 a.m. in Adelaide.
Oh, that's
Gosh.
the navigation.
Do I get to do my Australian accent?
I think we can say that for later, perhaps. Deal in Kent, Durham, Northamptonshire, Eastbourne. We're getting a little bit more local now.
Yeah.
Scotland, another Ipswich in there, Abbey Scott.
Wow.
Yeah, so really from all over the world. So it's really lovely for us. There are hundreds of you live. You're all in for a right treat.
Yes.
Yes.
As we show you everything that's coming out through this year.
Yes.
In fact, let us know now, what are you looking forward to for the 60th anniversary of Thunderbirds? Is it the Blu-ray? Is it something else? Is it some sort of collectible you're hoping for? Do let us know. We may be able to answer your prayers almost immediately.
Yes.
Really?
Well, possibly.
Well,
If they say one of the things that's on
I
the
see.
table.
Yeah, I see. Yes, fair enough. Yeah. That's quite specific, though, isn't it?
It is,
has to be
it
quite
is.
specific. in
We
their
can make
prayers.
one person's dream come true. It'll all be worthwhile.
That's a really sweet sentiment.
So
Jeff
lovely. Look,
Tracy would approve.
there's now 600 of you watching us from all over the world, looking forward to the showcase. So it's what a treat for us, and what a treat for me personally to know that you're all still here celebrating Dad's life and work. It's a really lovely thing. So thank you all for joining us.
Yeah.
Shall we
Yes.
skip into the teasers, because I think we've teased the teasers already,
Yes.
and people are waiting and wanting to see what we might be able to magic up through the rest of the year.
Having teased the teasers, we're not going to trail the teasers first.
Well, we can trail one of the teasers. I think Jack has got a nice trailer ready to go to ease us into our new releases showcase.
How exciting.
Stop the truck! No deal, Joe. This is the best news story we have ever had.
An line breaks down here.
Okay, here we go. And this time, it's the last time.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
before we hand over for Chris to tell us all about this,
Yeah.
people say, well, that's not a preview. I've already pre-ordered this.
Yeah.
Well, you have already pre-ordered this, but lots of people haven't seen it yet. And I think this is the only thing that maybe people are not going to get some extra detail about at the very least.
Yes.
All
But
right.
some people will be hearing about this for the first time. This is the lovely Thunderbirds Super Space Theatre Blu-ray collection. Imminently released, I would say. It's coming at the end of May. Is that right?
Yes,
That's currently
we're about
the
6
plan.
weeks away from release.
Yes. We have brand new HD rebuilds of the 3 Super Space Theatre movies. Thunderbirds to the Rescue, Thunderbirds in Outer Space, Countdown to Disaster. Those are newly HD re-edited, and also alongside those we have the original SD versions ripped from VHS. We have the original trailers for all 3 films and bumpers too. What else have we got? We've
Your primer?
got a primer, a brand new mini documentary featuring David Hirsch, who worked on these, giving us his thoughts and memories of the whole Super Space Theatre line. And we have not one, but 2 of the 30th anniversary VHS exclusive releases, which have never turned up on any other home media since then. That's The Machines and Heroes and Villains. Are your arms?
My
hurting?
arms really
Yeah,
hurt.
well,
Oh, put it down then, or give it to
that's
Chris.
fine, That's fine.
Now,
Yes.
I just need a question which I'm going to draw our attention to.
Mhm.
Sorry, Jack, to overrule you on comments there for a moment. So, yeah, Dan the Man says, I've been seeing this trailer everywhere for the last 2 weeks. Good.
Yes, that's what we like.
Love the fact that it says Volume 1.
Volume 1, yes.
Hopefully more to come. Now, Chris, why might it say Volume 1?
Well,
this
it might say
this is
Volume
your
1
exclusive
because
bit.
there were other films released in the Super Space Theatre range, films like from shows like Stingray,
Mhm.
Captain Scarlet,
Mhm.
Joe 90 UFO, and the next volume, Volume 2, is going to be Space 1999,
Ah.
which will be coming summer sometime.
Yes.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
middle of the year
Yeah,
sometime.
and
And it's different.
It's different
To
It's a bit
previous
different from
releases.
Previous releases of the Super Space Theatre movies, yes. Again, it will follow this format. Original trailers, bumpers. We have all 4 of the original Super Space Theatre movies and the Italian one. And am I allowed to say?
Go on.
I
Yeah,
think you
say
can
it.
say, go on,
Yes.
Chris, say it.
We have a brand new Super Space Theatre Space 1999 movie named Prisoners in Space.
Oh.
Yes. We won't tell you what episodes that comes.
No.
That's
Let's
a brand
hold that.
new, specially compiled feature. So that will be coming out very soon. And of course, in due time, UFO, Scarlet, Stingray, Joe,
Yes.
yeah, all the rest.
So you will be able to, in time, collect the entire Super Space Theatre range.
Yes, won't that be nice? And of course, we should mention there's also physical bits in this. We have some reproduction artwork, these original lovely poster paintings, and some lobby cards as well. So it's a nice little set.
It
Well worth
is.
picking up.
There you go. Yeah, Ben Page.
Yes,
News.
Ben-
Space
yes,
1999
that's right.
film.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, there
Paul
is.
Hyde says yes, yes, yes,
Oh.
yes. Gary Hodgkinson says, well, you've got to love Space 1999. Spectre 1 says, oh, that's going to be so good. Mystery Science Theatre 3000 actually used a couple of Super Space Theatre movies in their first year when still on public access cable TV.
Which we do discuss with David Hirsch in the primer.
Other people are asking for you, ask people for their prayers and wishes for
Yes.
the coming. Terrahawk's Top Trumps, says Alex Day. Is that a possibility? Do you think?
No,
I'd buy it.
no,
You'd
it's
buy
too
it.
niche. Come
Yeah.
on.
No, really? Okay.
I'd love it, but no.
I have a friend who starred in Space 1999, says Graham, Pam Rose.
Oh, we
Don't
love Pam.
don't we? Yes, that's right. I should get her on a podcast one day. Richard Goodborn, will the Terrahawks compilations get the Blu-ray treatment?
They've already
discussed that a while
yes.
back. Yes, there were 6 VHS compilations back in the day,
Hmm.
and we were prepping a release for them for network, and that kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
So it's something we could do.
Well,
at some
couldn't it
point.
be a volume beyond the originals?
I think so. Yeah, there's enough to make 3 more films.
What
Yeah.
about the non-Anderson Super Space Theatre film Legend of the Champions?
Let's just say that I am going to pester Jamie about that until he gives in.
Great, excellent. And
And,
are you going to film that?
No.
Oh, shame.
I think between me and AC, we will get the Champions done.
Great.
Or not.
Let's see
Oh, hang on,
about
just a
that.
minute. Rob Sager says, Jamie, can we get Crossroads to Crime on Blu-ray?
Yay!
I mean, just saying.
Your public is demanding it.
Yeah, you must be literally the 3rd or 4th person to ask that in the last 6 months, which is not enough. So I don't think so right
Oh,
now.
Disappointing.
We keep looking at it, but it's just expensive to
Yeah.
restore stuff on Blu-ray. And is the market there for Crossroads to Crime? Well, maybe Rob, you might be right. Maybe there
Gorgeous
is.
views of 60s slough. It's
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, there you go. Super Space Theatre. Your exclusive news is there. Yes, there's more to come. Space 1999 is next, and there's a new Super Space Theatre
yes.
compilation called Prisoners in
Prisoners
Space.
Yes, you've seen the opening titles, haven't you?
They're lovely.
Yes.
Yes, very retro, very 70s, 80s. Now, shall we move on to another item?
Another item. Do we
need-
have
I-
another prop?
Yes, there's a glamorous
Cool.
assistant right
Oh,
now.
what, is there something coming to the table?
It's the Stingray
Is it
book.
dinner? Oh, okay.
Yes,
Is
please,
bring it over,
Ross. Chris, do you want to model it? And I can
yes,
say some
yeah.
things about it. Now, Stingray Deadly Uprising, our lovely saga from last year. We're kind of running into this year as well, which went across live performances at Standby for Action 2, books, comic collections,
Audiobooks.
and audiobooks. Lots of you requested that we put all the new comic material into one single volume, because not all of you want to collect the big anthologies.
Yeah, for
with
some
all-
reason, some of you don't want this lovely collection of TV Century 21.
Which is fair enough. So we have listened to all of your requests, and we have put together the Deadly Uprising comic collection,
Yes.
which has just got the 8, is it 8, 9, 10
Yes,
strips?
I think so. And it has
Lots of strips, newly drawn
intro
for the
bits
Deadly
there.
Uprising
There's
saga.
also a handy guide showing the exact order that all the parts of these saga takes place in.
Oh, yes.
So you don't need to ask us
I
anymore.
see.
It's
There
all
you go.
there.
I
the
bet
full
they still
story.
will ask us.
They will, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll answer.
And you can continue, that's fine. So yes, from writers Nick Abansis, Ernie Altbacker, James Swallow, Ian Edgington, Chris Thompson, Jack Knoll, backstage there, Ben Wolfpage and Andrew Clements, and artists Brian Williamson, Keith Burns, Matt Brooker, John McCree, Lee Sullivan, Simon Fraser, Neil Roberts, Connor Flanagan, Jack Davies, and Emily Joyce Stewart have all collaborated for that incredible volume.
Wow.
And it's available kind of now-ish.
Kind of. Oh,
Right.
Yeah,
that's
I think end of this
exclusive.
week it's shipping, something like that.
Okay.
So you can grab that from the store soon.
Yes.
That can complete your Deadly Uprising saga. And I think also very soon we've got Deadly Concerto going live on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
So you can revisit the whole saga from beginning to end. It's a lovely, lovely thing.
Yeah.
So enjoy. And it's proper canon and it's official.
Yeah.
And there's new Stingray craft and
Yes,
a
characters.
crazy alliance
Oh,
for,
yes.
joining Titan. It's a
There's
great
a lot
thing.
going on.
Team did a fantastic thing. Now, lots of you have been asking me, because I've got another exclusive bit right now.
Oh, what's going on? Go on.
Lots of you have been asking me, what are you going to do for Thunderbirds? Well,
Yes.
aside from all the stuff that we're going to be showing you coming up, and aside from the
Mhm.
Blu-ray, which we're going to talk about, and some other stuff connected to that, which is also coming up, we are also doing a multi-platform release for Thunderbirds.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Like the Stingray one.
So this
but
is exclusive.
Thunderbirds.
So the Thunderbirds multi-platform story is called, drumroll please. No, don't worry. It's called Hidden Dangers.
Like it.
Now, Thunderbirds Hidden Dangers will take place across different media. So audio dramas, novels and short stories, and graphic novels. And all of the stories take place before, during, or after existing stories. So they're all very closely tied in to the series that you know and love. They may expand on certain storylines. They may join up with the start or the end of an episode that you already know and love. And we will likely see the return of some goodies, some villains, and probably some massive machines, I would think.
I would hope so for Thunderbirds, yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there you go. So Hidden Dangers, more details on that very soon. including exactly what you can expect from the stories and the releases. But they'll be releasing from September this year, and they'll be released throughout the rest of 2026 as well. And one thing to note there is not all of you like every single medium. I get that. You don't. Some people like to read, some people like comics, but they don't like the other. Some people just aren't into audio dramas, and we completely appreciate that. So each of these elements from Hidden Dangers will be closed-ended within its own medium. So the graphic novel will be one story arc. The short stories and novels collection will be one story arc, but they all have a little thread that runs through. So whether you just want to enjoy one bit or the whole lot, you can.
Great. Yes, Button Moon says, well, I look forward to seeing that. I think Joanna, I saw, screamed and fainted at the news.
Gosh, I've seen a few oohs and ahs already.
I hope she's right. Sounds very interesting. Yeah. Terrahawk's Corgi vehicles, please. Okay, says Ponjo.
Hold on, we'll get David in here later. Yes.
I mean, it could happen. It's always worth asking, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect captive audience time here. Yeah. David is here. We can literally not let him leave until he promised to do these things.
That's right.
He is listening. There we go.
Yeah. Rob Status says, well, that's Christmas sorted. Joanna, yes, hyperventilates. I think it was Joanna I saw fainting earlier on. So now she's hyperventilating. I think we ought to call the ambulance. Looking forward to the Champions Blu-ray, please, says Joseph. And any upcoming digital releases, asks Stuart.
We've just released a load of books on digital.
Oh, yes.
So lots of the old comic anthologies that were out of print are now available to download as EPUB or PDF, and they're at the store now. If there's anything else that you'd like to see, let us know. There's more audios coming. Nick Briggs has recently recorded a Space 1999 story for us, I believe, which will be free to download from gerryanderson.com shortly. There's loads of stuff to come.
Good. Thunderbirds Hidden Dangers does sound exciting, says Stuart. No doubt Nick Briggs will get himself involved.
Oh, he just did. There you go.
Well, there we are. And why not? Yeah, exactly right. So lots of people getting very excited about latest release. We have some more news of things coming up.
Oh, there's so much. We need to move on, actually, because we're taking too much time. So, Chris.
Well, let's go back to something that people already know about.
Right.
A little something that we like to call Thunderbirds on Blu-ray for the 60th anniversary.
Okay.
Yes, we have all 32 episodes in original 4:3 format with the original soundtracks. That is not the 5.1 mix that accompanied the DVDs. If you like that, if you're nostalgic for that, that's also there. But that's the secondary audio track to the main feature. We also have the 3 anniversary episodes that were released in 2015. Some of you will know them as Thunderbirds 1965 or the Thunderbirds anniversary episodes. They have only had one physical release before this, and that was for people who backed the Kickstarter.
Yes, I see.
Long out of print.
Yeah.
We have new bonus features and archive bonus features and material. We have a massive project underway to QC each and every episode to make sure that certain mistakes that crept into the last restoration are not included on this one.
Okay.
It's on the script here. Should I mention this? Or
yeah,
because I saw it this afternoon.
I saw them as well. They're lovely.
Oh, yes.
Everybody loves a dirty fingernail, don't they?
Dirty fingernail. For those who don't know, certain episodes had some shots were cropped, some shots were, if they were damaged, it was easier to just drop in a similar shot from a different episode. Case in point, 2 shots that we can confirm they will be back. Shot of Tintin being lifted up by a puppeteer with dirty fingers in The Uninvited, and then I know, but our audience right now is going berserk. And we also have the correct shot of the Fireflash takeoff from Operation Crash Dive. Just came through today, and it's such a small thing, but it's like so great to see that back. So we also have some physical parts to that yet to be discussed, I think.
Right.
I'm looking at you because I'm.
Oh yes, to be discussed. We're not announcing them now.
No, I see.
And that is all regions, region ABC, so you can enjoy that wherever you are.
Excellent. Yeah,
good stuff.
Ben Page says, release the dirty fingernail cut.
It's being released.
It's being released. We've seen it today. It looks fantastic. I've never seen such a pristine dirty fingernail.
Gorgeous.
Olivier says maybe some foreign language subtitles.
We're looking at that.
We were discussing
it's
that the other
tricky.
day.
It's tricky. We are a UK only release technically, although we are allowed to do ABC.
Yes.
So we have to be a little bit careful. We are looking into it and discussing it. So
Button Moon
stand
says,
by.
I was hoping that dirty fingernail would not appear.
Well,
You can't please anyone all the time, can you?
we can't.
Just cover up the bottom right of the screen and you'll avoid
on
it.
ITVX and you won't see it.
Yes.
There we are. Joe Thompson's cut straight to the point. Hi guys, happy Gerry Anderson Day. Well, that's right. So we mustn't forget that's why we are here, of course. Let us know how you're celebrating Gerry Anderson Day by commenting beneath the video.
Now, can I leap in with another exclusive reveal?
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Haven't they had enough?
Does anybody want? Oh, no, don't worry, Ross. It's not that yet. This is a verbal reveal, not a prop reveal.
Verbal reveal.
A verbal
I've got a
reveal.
whole
Now,
poster.
no poster to hold.
Yeah, great.
So,
Right.
as you all know by now, the Thunderbirds Blu-ray collection, which is in high definition, is very exciting. Will look lovely. But the thing that looks lovelier than high definition is ultra high definition.
Wow.
Also known as
4K.
Yes.
Now, we've mentioned before that we're going to be doing 4K releases coming up. It is an expensive and labor-intensive process because we're going back to original film negatives, and sometimes those film negatives are damaged, and we have to go into positive or other material and make sure that's fully restored and fits in beautifully. And it takes a long time as well. But for the 60th anniversary year, I should say, we do have a very special release, a steelbook release of 2 episodes of Thunderbirds in 4K, Trapped in the Sky, and Terror in New York City.
Oh, no one likes those episodes. They
the
want the ones
worst
with the annoying
episodes.
kids. Yeah.
So these are going to be fully restored from the original film master material. Nice new sound mix. It will be presented with its original mono, don't worry, but there will also be a 5.1, but fully repaired and restored in a beautiful steelbook case, which we'll reveal the design of probably later this month, maybe next month.
Well, it's near enough ready, isn't it?
Yeah. It looks absolutely glorious. Now, I'm going to be a little bit sneaky here and say something we haven't agreed yet, but I'm really hoping this will give us a chance to get some of these episodes into cinemas for the end of the year.
Oh, that would be nice.
I would love to sit in a cinema on the 30th of September and watch those 2 episodes back to back as a double bill. Wouldn't that be amazing? So if you like that, let us know in the comments. I'm hoping we can make that happen. We haven't yet agreed it, but I'm slightly putting myself out there by saying it might happen. No, I said might. It might happen. It might happen. Now, also a show that hasn't got much love so far in this session, but is an important part this year, Space 1999.
Oh, that one,
50th anniversary. Now, there's already a very well-known and well-loved, what is it called? The Ultra Collection, whatever the big super Ultimate Collection on Blu-ray and DVD. So it's already out there in HD. There are a lot of Space 1999 episodes, but hopefully just in time for Breakaway Day, you are going to get Breakaway in 4K as well as part of this new Steelbook range.
Nice.
So in September, we're going to have Steelbook Breakaway 4K and Steelbook Thunderbirds double bill 4K, and they're going to be amazing.
It's Steelbook September.
It really
That's
is.
what we're calling it.
Yes.
No.
Steel Timber, perhaps.
Meh.
Okay, I'll work on it.
workshop
It's just a
that one,
suggestion, Lots of people are very excited about the fact that we might be seeing Thunderbirds on the big screen. People suggesting that they'll bring
That'd be
popcorn.
great. Wouldn't it be great?
Yeah, that would, we can get a campaign to get it in cinemas, says Joanna. The Thunderbirds episode in cinema, FAB. Cinema release would be a dream come true, says AC. I think there'll be better attendance than Snow White. Well, I will
no.
yes, please,
Anyway.
says David. Can we be doing Gerry Anderson live every day, please, says April Davis? Probably not.
No. This is a lot of reveals.
Yeah, it is.
And
We're not even
there's
halfway
more
through
to
yet.
come. Right, do you want to put this next one up?
Is it the right way up?
It's the right way up.
Okay, because I can't see this one.
Right, next reveal. Here we go. Lots of you have been asking for it. Thunderbirds Comic Anthology Volume 1.
I see.
So, for the 6th anniversary, lovely restored pages from TV21, spread across 2 volumes. And again, as per requests from all of you, we're not going to include new material in these. These are compendiums of classic TV21 material only, spread across those 2 volumes, and it'll be available for later this year.
So will that include some of the 90s reprints as well?
That's later, Chris.
Okay, I'm getting ahead.
It says from the pages of TV21.
No, but I'm just so excited.
There may be future volumes which contain other material too, but for now, here is our cover reel. This is the first time the cover's been out. It's a lovely cover from Lee Sullivan, obviously inspired by that delightful
Solar
monster.
Danger, yes.
Yes, from which is a photo, right, of
They built a special maquette, yes,
Yeah.
of this creature, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
So
lovely.
inspired by that, Lee's done this beautiful thing. Volume 2, cover to be revealed, not today, another day. There's so much more to get through. So yeah, lovely hardback book. And I think pre-order is going live in June for that one.
Nice. Yeah, lots of people liking that idea. Great colour, says Mackenzie. Mine will fire me from the bank or lock me in the vault, says Joanna. Does that make
Okay.
any sense to you?
Yeah.
I can hear my credit card crying from here, says Robert Monk. Yeah, they're going to fly out the door, says Paul. Yes, I love the Thunderbird comic anthology. I love the cover. Now I just need the Captain Scarlet comics. I've had such a tough time finding them, says Violet.
Oh, well,
We've
I
got an
mean,
anniversary year coming
yeah,
up.
there's more anniversaries coming. I think you might be seeing a pattern by now, hopefully.
Yeah, okay, great. Can't wait after the wedding. No, can't read that. That's gone. Just take my money now, says Rob. Yes, I think there's a theme developing here, isn't there? Yes, can't wait after the wedding. I'm looking forward. Yeah, go on.
Anyway,
Go on.
lots of people commenting so much that we can't keep up with them. So there you go. That is the comic anthology, available for pre-order in June, and second volume coming up after that, and maybe after that, third volume with other stuff from. Was it Countdown?
Yes,
There
there
was,
would
and
have
there were
been,
some
yes.
90s things.
90s
Maybe even the
things,
Fun Day
quite a bit.
Times.
Why not? We
material.
have the Fun Day Times Stingray strips, so why
Yes.
not keep that going? Yeah,
There you go. I saw somebody there saying Space
Precinct
Precinct.
cinemas would be amazing,
it would, wouldn't it?
wouldn't it? Though. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd go.
Let's make that happen. You and I would be there.
Okay, I think
Two
it's
tickets.
time. All
Yes.
right, Tucson. Good. Time for a prop.
Oh,
Time for a prop.
and
And
real
for-
life prop.
It's
Come on.
Come on, Ross.
Sting box, please.
Yes. Well, this is something that a lot of you will have hopefully pre-ordered.
Ah.
Many of you have been asking about it for quite a while.
Yeah, a little while.
This has taken a bit longer than we were hoping,
Yeah.
but it's
Okay.
coming out end of next month, I think.
Yes.
It's the Stingray Technical Operations Manual.
Wow.
Here is the box for the deluxe edition.
Lovely.
And if I open it,
No,
up-
don't open it. There's nothing in there.
I know.
Yeah.
Put it on the table. Put it on the table.
Yes. There you go.
There we
That
go.
is lovely.
And inside your special edition box
Oh,
will
yes,
be
you will
a technical
have.
operations manual.
Yes, as written by Chris Thompson and AC. The special edition also includes an ID, card patch, a reproduction Reg Hill sketch, a map, spotter's guide, poster, dossier, of course, the box. So that continues in the mold that we have set for previous releases: UFO, Joe 90, Fireball, Space 1999. Are you all right there, Richard?
Yes, it's done it now.
Fun?
Done it.
Yeah,
There you go.
okay. So yes, people are asking for it. It is coming, and there it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a box.
it's a box.
Great.
Right.
It is a lovely box.
It is. Yes.
Yes. No. So Chris Thompson. I mean, everybody at Anderson works very hard.
Yes. but
Chris does seem
particularly
to
Chris
wear
and-
many hats
Yes.
all at the same time, and is always a bit overstretched,
Yes.
and does such wonderful work. So
And he's always got AC along as his partner in crime, making sure this is absolutely spot on in the technical and accuracy department.
yes.
And of course, this will tie in some way to Deadly Uprising saga. There will be things referenced in here
Oh,
that
yes.
were in some of these stories. So yes, Deadly Uprising is not over yet.
Martin Laybourne says, how about Stingray Marine Minutes on Blu-ray, please?
Yeah,
We did actually look at doing that.
Did we?
Yeah, funnily enough. I mean, it's something we could possibly include if there was to be a Super Space Theatre release as a little bonus.
And there will be a Super Space Theatre.
Yes,
release of
that might be
Stingray at some
nice. That'd be a
point.
nice way to do it.
But for now, the Marine Minutes are available on the YouTube
They're
channel.
for free on
Ready to do?
YouTube.
Yeah.
I love Martin. It's so good of you to say, please give us the free thing in a way we have to pay for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What lovely generosity.
Yeah. Could we have a roaring SRAM action figure? Says Alex Day.
Oh, I like that.
Terrorhawks. I mean, it's barely getting a look in this evening. We've got to mention it sometime.
Oh no, come on, David. Action figures now for Terrorhawks.
Scott Anthony Bickley. He says, my birthday on the 27th this month. Could I please have a shout out? Yes, happy birthday.
Happy
Scott.
birthday, Scott.
Yeah,
Happy birthday.
Any chance of a video tour of the model shop or storage? Says Grumpy Old Studios.
I don't think there's anything really to show you around, unfortunately.
Is there 16% off Space Precinct tonight? Says Peter Lippman.
No, it's a new release, Peter.
Oh,
And it would be 15%. But
You can watch it for free.
you can watch
on the YouTube channel.
You can watch five
The first
episodes,
5 episodes,
for free
yes,
on
they're all
YouTube
up.
now if you want to get a flavour of the HD.
Yeah.
And also, we are, by popular demand, extending the sale, celebrating Gerry Anderson Day, until tomorrow night at 11:59
That's
p.m.
an
UK.
exclusive we just found out.
Yes.
right. So say that again. So they.
We're extending the sale
Yeah.
15% across most items
Right.
at gerryanderson.com until tomorrow night,
Tomorrow night.
11:59 p.m. UK time. So you've got a little bit longer if you need to fill your basket, fill your boots.
Good.
Lovely.
Marco says, hoping the Space 1999 RPG, the role-playing game, does well enough to merit an Anderson-verse expansion. Captain Scarlet RPG, anyone?
Oh, fingers crossed.
Yes,
That'd be
that'd be
fun,
lovely.
Yeah, I mean, there is the Modifius game, the
We
Captain Scarlet
saw
game that they
the
tooled and
rule
never
book,
did, and we've talked about, and Tim,
it
who's
looked really
the
good.
master of merch, is sitting off screen nodding. So maybe something might happen there. Who knows?
Adam Smith says, will there be high-res images of the reveals today?
Yes, there will be in the coming days.
Yes, we're just literally kind of bringing them out and showing them to you.
Yes,
here
and I do
now.
also
Well,
do
first.
have a close-up and a cam for the upcoming reveals, which
yes.
hopefully will be high-ish res, maybe.
But the next thing we have on here,
Yes,
the image for this has already been has appeared on.
we do have supporting imagery anyway,
Yes.
right?
There we go. From one tech manual to another,
Mhm.
it's the Thunderbirds International Rescue Manual.
It is.
What do you have to say about that, Jamie?
Oh, well,
Come on.
this follows on for the rest of our tech manuals,
Much
obviously.
like what I said.
Bit like
Replaced Stingray with Thunderbirds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've been asking for it for ages and ages and ages. It's going to be pretty massive. Do we think 280 pages?
Ooh.
280 pages,
Wow.
no less, maybe more. Ish. Same size as the Space 1999 manual, which was our first one, which is still incredibly popular. We love that you keep enjoying it and keep buying it. So Chris has done a huge amount of work for this, illustrated by usual as him,
A
with
lot of vehicles and bases
Yeah.
to get through.
hundreds and hundreds of new images, new CG renders, schematics, and orthogonals. Nice word.
That's a new word.
Yes.
It
Is
was
that
in
some
from
good
the
words?
top, from the sides, from the front, orthogonals.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a lovely, lovely book. Pre-order for that will be in September, and we will try our best to get it printed this year, but it'll probably, possibly, maybe be end of December. We'll see how we go. We'll do our best for you, but it's a lot of work. As we say, Chris is one of the busiest folk
Yes,
around, really.
yes. And not just for us as well.
Yes, he's doing also. He goes off and does Blake 7 stuff, would you believe?
Yes,
Who
exactly. I'm
wants
amazed
this?
Chris has some free time given his fantastic work here and on the recent Blu-ray Doctor Who releases says down there.
And that as well. I know.
Yeah.
He's unstoppable.
Yeah, my poor wallet, says Jonathan Westall. Yeah, we feel your pain. Oh, I like look at that, says Violet. Hoping for Anderson Entertainment Thunderbird 1 at the same time as Thunderbird 2 so I can display both, says Simon.
Ah.
Yeah, that'd be a thing.
That would be a
Gosh.
thing.
Gosh,
And,
if only we knew
you
someone.
know,
do you know anyone who knows anyone who could?
well, I'm getting a bit bored of book.
Oh, yeah.
How
I
are
want-
you?
I want a toy. I want
Do you?
something.
Okay, well,
to
we could start.
handle.
We could start with a visual of a toy,
How's that?
and then maybe if we were lucky, we could somehow magic the. It's
I
not a toy;
think
it's
that
beyond a
might-
toy.
might do it. Yeah.
Let's start with
what
that.
have you got?
How's that?
Ooh.
Is that float your boat?
I like that. I do. Yes.
Ah,
Now,
okay.
what's
So
that?
now we're into some tangible stuff. So lots of you have been enjoying our new collectibles range,
Yes,
including
Thunderbird 2 here is one.
absolutely. We've had the Thunderbird 2. We've had the UFO,
Yeah.
the spinny UFO.
4 eagles.
4 eagles, 5 eagles, four eagles so far.
eagles.
2 more to come.
Wow.
And looks like we're expanding the Thunderbirds range with Thunderbird 4. And here is a nice look at the box.
That is a
However,
very nice look at the box.
we can go one better.
Have you got the box
Can't we,
here?
Chris?
I think we can.
Can we see
What have we
the
got?
box?
Oh, stop.
Stop.
Sorry, this is not the box. We're being idiots. This is the Corgi
That's the
one, which
Corgi
David's
box.
going to reveal later.
Which
We're
we
now
may
in the
have just
way.
revealed right now.
Let's take that off. Okay,
Well, it was going well.
was going brilliantly.
Yes. So forget that you saw that.
Forget that bit.
But do remember that you have seen.
This is
You're off.
now a great surprise reveal. There.
Ah,
There.
Yes.
Okay.
That is gorgeous.
So
That
Chris, tell
is
us about
lovely
this.
Thunderbird 4. This is a limited edition of 2,000 units. This is a brand new tooling. Let's get some lovely close-ups there. I love the detail on this thing. There's so many markings and warning labels, and I don't know if you can see there. There's even the cockpit detail. It's just perfect. And it's so nice to see Thunderbird 4 get some love for a change. And we also have this lovely Thunderbird 2 pod launch ramp for it to sit on. This is a brand new tooling. Comes in a presentation box similar to the Eagles with a certificate of authenticity and all the other things that you've come to know and love.
I'm enjoying all the cries of "Look at the size of that."
Yes,
You're
it
absolutely
is
right.
Very big.
Now, Ian Riley says it looks so clean. No, it's beautifully weathered.
It's
This is part of the
gorgeously
texture.
dirty,
Yes, which you can't quite see on the cameras, but
Wow.
yes, it really is beautifully weathered. It's
Yeah,
really nice.
I think it's possibly one of my favorite things that we've done. It's really, really lovely.
Yes, I can confirm that it is hefty, says AC.
Mm.
Yeah, can you see Gordon inside? Is a question.
No,
You can't.
There's no Aquanaut.
Yeah.
But I mean, Chris, do you want to compare it to Thunderbird 2?
Well,
So
yes,
they're not
it's,
in scale. They are, in fact, about the same length.
Yes, they're a bit.
So you can see
Ooh.
how
Yeah.
giant it is.
Thunderbird 4 might even be slightly longer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go.
That
Yes,
is very,
Thunderbird
pretty
very
is-
epic.
that's right. TV4 models are always so tiny. It's almost strange to see such a big one, says Violet.
Yes.
Yes, they are generally tiny things, aren't they?
Well,
That's
yes,
a
they're
whopper,
just
what a
nice
beauty.
To go
Yes.
inside Thunderbird
Yeah,
2, usually.
yeah, also fun to collect. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nice. That's a whopper.
So it's going to be limited to 2,000 units,
Yes, limited edition, 2,000 units. Comes in a lovely presentation box.
but not the one we showed you because that was the wrong box.
No, wrong box. Do we have another die cast?
Another die
Well, that's
cast.
what my script says.
My script says Jamie Thunderbirds range.
But my top of my last entry, number 7, it's got 2 things there.
Oh gosh, you're
Yes.
right. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. You're forgiven.
I'm getting so excited about the next thing. I've forgotten
You forgot
Chris's
about the
other
next
thing.
Yes,
Right, go on,
I've got
Chris. Get
2
on with your
things.
other thing.
Well, Ross, bring it over.
Another prop on the way.
Ah,
What about what?
well, as if Thunderbird 4 wasn't good
Yes.
enough, we have.
Oh, I see.
Don't drop it.
Don't drop it. No.
Oh.
Thunderbird 1. This is again a premium edition of 2,000 units.
Yep.
Is that right? Again, presentation box, certificate of authenticity, and the wings open. Look at that. That is lovely. We are aware that there is the text is the wrong way up there. But that
Oh
will be
yes,
fixed.
this
That
is
will be
a
fixed. This is
prototype,
as they call
a
them in the
painted
industry.
prototype.
Yes. Would you like to play with that?
Cool, may I?
Be very careful. Yes.
All right, thank you very much.
It's a very lovely thing.
Yes. Lovely.
Yeah, so you're all so nice and so happy with the Thunderbird 2. We really wanted to expand the range, and the 60th anniversary seems like the right year to do it. So yes,
I love that Thunderbird 4 is by far the biggest.
Thunderbird 4 is huge, and
gorgeous.
it deserves it. Richard, don't drop
you're
it.
right.
I can hand it back.
Okay.
Okay,
well,
Richard can't be trusted. This is
let's
why we have
close the wings.
such a lot of space on the table, so that we can show you all
on
these
its
things.
Little launch pad here.
Yeah.
Let's put that
Yeah,
there.
that's very nice. Peach says, I want everything.
It's the right answer.
Take everything. It's all there for
Yeah.
you. Or will be.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Well,
Now,
I've run out of things.
can I skip to the next bit now?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go on.
So my script now says
Yes.
Jamie Thunderbirds range. Okay.
Okay, right,
That's what
right.
we're doing
Thunderbirds
now.
range.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
that's-
Now,
an idea.
these are very delicate
Oh, yeah.
pre-production
touch these.
samples. Now, so just to say, we know not everybody has, number one, not everybody has the space for these enormous collectibles, and not everybody has the cash for them, which we
No.
totally understand. We wanted to find a way of doing something for Thunderbirds fans that is in a more accessible scale
Mhm.
and price point. So we
So-
are introducing a new collectibles range
Mini
for pre-order
Thunderbirds.
from July.
Yes.
Much
Again,
smaller versions.
the
Now, I'm going to have to
wings
lean over and do some undercanning, I think. Chris,
Oh, there we go.
if it's going to catch up.
Mm,
Mm,
bit tricky.
No.
No, it's been very slow.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
You
you'll
get
have
the
to
idea.
get it closer. But so there's Thunderbird 1.
1. What else have we got, Ross? Ah, thank you very much. We have here a Thunderbird 2. Now, on this one, the pod comes out, pod 3, on the front and back door on this.
Okay.
We're not fooling around here.
Yes,
And
yes.
we also have, although I'm not going to set it up, this one comes with landing legs or struts or whatever you want to call them. So
Yeah.
you can stick the Thunderbird 2 like that.
Yeah.
Or not if you don't want to.
Yeah.
What else you got for me, Ross? Oh, I see. This is the most delicate one. It's Thunderbird 3. Look. How lovely is that? Oh.
And just hold Thunderbird 3 down with the others, Chris, and then we'll see them all
Yeah.
on Jamie's camera there. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah, nice.
beautiful.
There we go.
Is that it?
Well, I think there's probably more.
Oh, what's this?
Something that's not getting enough love this
So
year.
kind. Like another Thunderbird 4. Well, you're getting one. And look at that again. Lovely weathering detail on that. Thunderbird 4 text on the back. I've broken it. That's fine.
Chris has broken the delicate model.
I've broken Thunderbird 4.
Yes, these are pre-production
Very,
prototypes.
very
They're not the final versions, just so you know. And Ross is going to bring in one final craft to make a special appearance, which Ross has also broken.
Adam Smith says, "Where's Thunderbird 5?"
Oh, look.
Here
Perfect
it is.
timing.
Yes, it's in pieces. But yes, look at that. Thunderbird 5. So we have the whole fleet.
All 5.
Now, are these being sold individually or as a set or both?
Individually. Individually, with pre-orders starting in July for Thunderbirds 1 and 2.
Ooh.
And then more coming through the rest of the year. And there you go. They will be in one piece for you, and not being handled by Chris and broken to pieces. But they are a lovely, lovely range, nicely weathered, all that good stuff.
Yeah, all very well. But Peach says 5-2.
All right, Peach, how much do you want? Peach wants the moon on a stick.
Could it be John Tracy fans rejoice, says Ben. Willow is happy, says Penquilla.
Well,
I
that
bet
makes it all
she is.
worthwhile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why we do it.
Ben Clark asking there, do they have a weathered, dirty look? Yes, they are all
Yes, they
beautifully weathered.
Dare I pick up Thunderbird 4 again? And also Thunderbird 4, actually. This bit is
Oh.
really cool.
There you go. Has
Which isn't on that one.
a
It's
wiggly
on
front.
this.
Very nice. Woo, I must get these miniature versions, says Monty. Thunderbirds have emerged from the nest, says Button Moon. Did they have? 0x, please, says Martin.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Come on,
all right,
three
Martin.
vehicles in
No,
one.
no,
We can
that's
do
not
that,
enough.
yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Look, if these do well, we'll obviously continue doing more because we
Yeah.
want you to have nice collections and to be able to enjoy stuff.
Pierre Fontaine says, I came in late. Will there be a recap?
I think so,
Well,
yeah, I think probably.
I mean, you could we'll just watch it
At the
again.
end, we'll do a little
Oh, yeah.
recap. Yeah.
that's
there's
good,
a lot
isn't
to
it?
get through.
Yes. Sidewinder, please, says Dr. Cookie.
Where
Crablogger
would you
and
even
Sidewinder says
start
Rob
with a
Sato.
Sidewinder?
Sidewinder toy is going to be very tricky.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you think I've broken these with ease, I'd demolish a Sidewinder just by looking at that thing.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Good old Thunderbird 5, says Zach. Too often ignored.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
No
ignored no longer.
That's right. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about you guys. I'm exhausted.
And we only half messed it up.
Yes.
Well, I
we
did.
only broke one or two things. And,
Yes. That's right. So you are watching a very special Gerry Anderson Day live stream. Tell us how you are celebrating Gerry Anderson Day, what you plan to buy from the store, if you're planning to buy anything, because we have a special code. Is there a code that we need to give out? Or do we just-
No. It's all,
Really?
it's all
Just visit the store and it's
pre-discounted.
there?
Yeah.
Great, all sorts of stuff you need to buy there. Simpsons Clip says, guys, I really need to go to the toilet. Can you hold on a minute?
Well,
yes. we
your
can.
wish is our command. While we pop into a little commercial break, and we'll be back after these retro messages.
The evil Titan has finally devised a cunning plan to capture Captain Troy Tempest and the Stingray crew. And all he had to do was send off the special tokens on Weetabix packets.
Space Precinct, available for the very first time in high definition on Blu-ray. From Thunderbirds creator Gerry Anderson comes the action-packed sci-fi series that took crime fighting to the far reaches of the galaxy. Join Lieutenant Patrick Brogan and the Demeter City Police Department as they battle criminals, aliens, and the unexpected on the planet Altor. Experience the entire series like never before, with every episode remastered and upscaled in stunning high definition. Plus, for the first time, discover never-before-seen test footage exclusive to this release. This special collector's edition also includes a 2-hour documentary featuring brand new interviews, rare stills, and behind-the-scenes stories, as well as a brand new mini-episode starring Slow-Mo in Little Lost Robot, and Space Police, the original pilot episode, restored in high definition. Packed with added extras and presented in a beautifully designed collector's box, this is the ultimate Space Precinct experience. Space Precinct, available now on Blu-ray.
Say, this tastes great, Jimmy.
Yeah, its walls threatening corner with a new streamlined top.
Only threatens. Well, let's get some more.
You can't help falling for a waltz.
ever found your insurance company or broker difficult to get hold of when you really need them? At Swinton Insurance, we have a network of over 650 branches, which means you can trust us not to keep you hanging around when you want to make a claim. Swinton Insurance. We always give the motorist priority.
Stand by for action.
We're about to launch Stingray.
Greetings, mighty Titan.
Wow, she doesn't look happy, Troy. Maybe she can sense something.
The Mysterons are preparing to attack. Oh, no, not again. What now?
Now we
hit the hut.
Phew, traffic. A Captain Scarlet Cup, Kids Pepsi, and a pizza, just $2.99.
Uh-oh, they're back. Oh, dear. How embarrassing.
For Captain Scarlet Cups,
Hit the hut.
Oh,
We're astounded by this. Really slick. Part 2 and everything. Wow. Well done. That's brilliant.
Chris looks a bit different this part.
Yeah. Oh, yes. We've been joined by a special guest.
Transmogrified.
That's right.
Impressive.
Viewers of our and listeners of our podcast will know David Mather from Corgi. Now, the great thing about David is when he comes to see us, he brings things.
He does. He brings lots of toys and goodies and surprises.
Exactly. That's right.
You have slightly spoiled my thunder, but I'm not going to.
I know. Sorry about that. Sorry.
I do have two things to say.
Yes.
First of all, I collect steelbooks, so the news about the 4K releases is really, really exciting.
Perfect.
And I have some stuff to butter you up as
Right.
well.
Do you?
Yeah. So, but we'll come to that anyway.
Okay, let's
And
see
the
how
other
you do.
thing- The other thing is the last time I was on the podcast, I made a mistake which upset my wife.
Oh no!
So I need to sort of say live on here that actually I said, of course, that I was doing some research for the podcast, and my wife said, "What on earth is this? What are you watching?" She knew exactly what it was because her first crush was this man.
Captain
Scarlet.
Okay.
Oh,
So yes, that little dimpled chin.
Yes.
I'm not going to be jealous at all, but so. I think I've hopefully rectified myself. I have no idea if you're watching my love, but
That's
there you go.
good. Well,
I can see a little bit.
It's under the beard. It's under the beard.
Well, lots of people are watching. I want to say hello. Robert Monk says hello, David. KO says thumbs up. I think there's a wave to David, actually. Many people suggesting that Chris has regenerated all of a sudden. Now, where is Chris, by the way? Oh, yes. Can I have milk and 2 sugars, please? That's very kind of you. Thanks. When you're ready, yeah. Now, David, so you're with us again to bring some surprises and some things for us to look at.
So I think I should say straight off the bat, I don't have the Corgi Thunderbird 5 with me.
Okay, so explain. This is something that's coming, though, and that people may be expecting.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. It's definitely expecting.
Yes.
But I have in my bag here, in a completely different branded box, I have the Corgi Thunderbird 4. So this is a 3D print of it, and I'm really delighted to see that it's a different size to all the other Thunderbird 4s on this table. So that's a relief on one hand. But the difference that this one does, admittedly, this is a grey stereo sample of it. So it will be metal. This is resin. It will be very heavy. It also does this. Oh, wow. I've lost that, but I have to find that in the 24 seconds.
So just explain what happened there in case we didn't see it.
Torpedoes launch when you whip down the light
So Thunderbird 4 has a launching torpedo, 2 launching torpedoes.
2 launching
no
torpedoes.
Less.
Yeah, at the front bar there.
Yes.
So that's the difference there, to go back to like the classic dinky feel.
I see, and as you're saying that, we're seeing a graphic of it on our screen even now, which highlights those 2 torpedoes at the front there.
It's just very exciting that probably for the first time ever, there are 3 different Thunderbird 4s in the same year.
Technically, there's 4.
Oh, there's four if you include the tiny one from Thunderbird 2,
Absolutely.
right?
It's suddenly it's been left for that tiny little one from
Yes.
like the dinky days onwards.
Yes.
And now at long last, there's all different sizes of Thunderbird 4, which is really maligned. And obviously Thunderbird 5 has been for such a long time. So,
Yes, that's right.
as I say, I don't have anything to show. Once we're finished here, I have to run out the door because tomorrow I have a meeting, a business meeting about Thunderbird 5 and getting it made. So that's very exciting and very important.
Okay, so we're very close then.
Very close.
So have you done this next week? You might have had something to show us.
Possibly, yeah, possibly something like this.
Oh, well.
I mean, as soon as we get going, this gets printed out and we say we're off to the races. So but yeah, very, very exciting. But I mean, that's not all I've got for you.
What?
No one else.
No, this is secret. We knew that was coming.
Because you'll notice with the box that was exclusively revealed that
Yes.
it's
Oh, yes.
part of a collection. Yeah. And obviously, there's been a previous announcement. So,
What's it got?
I'm not taking these away either. These are to keep. So these are sealed.
Oh, they are our new limited edition Anderson Entertainment releases of the Corgi, which are on the way very, very soon. So lots of you ordered the special edition, which haven't got here yet because they were made after the main batch.
Yeah, but here we go. So that's all free.
But we've got
I'm not
previews.
carrying them back to Margate.
There you go. So if you've been waiting for these, that means they must be on their way fairly soon.
Yeah, no, they are. Yeah, so we got those last Monday.
There you go.
Basically, they're all approved, all signed off. They'll be on their way imminently.
Steve T saying no love for UFO. Steve, we just released a giant spinning UFO. It's been lovely.
Yeah, come on.
And there'll be more UFO stuff coming soon, of course.
Yes,
but for now, we're very Thunderbirds heavy because it's an important year.
Yes. Can we get some
Terrahawks Corgi?
Oh my goodness!
I know.
So many things. I mean, obviously there are some big anniversaries coming up later on as well in the years to come. So we're already sort of thinking about that and trying to figure out where I can squeeze out a Terrorfish as well. So that's on my agenda. Oh, I feel nervous.
That is don't stack them like that.
That one's the heaviest one.
It's making me very nervous, Richard. Now, there's lots of positivity, David. Lots of people who are very grateful for Corgi doing this stuff. Jeff Holt loved the Stingray model.
Yeah.
Whoa! There's a few just vowels in there to describe how people are feeling.
Yes, and lots of hearts emojis.
Another Terrahawks Corgi request.
Yeah.
Terrorfish, maybe.
Terrorfish. Well, it's on my list.
Okay.
It absolutely is in the same way as this, because obviously from the Matchbox ones onwards, there's never been firing torpedoes. So to get that mouth to click open and fire out the mouth, definitely got to do it.
That would be very, very cool.
Absolutely. Now, can I say, how long in advance have you been planning this? When did you first?
Well, as I say, we're thinking about an anniversary, which is in a couple of years. So we're thinking about that now.
Right.
For example. So that's an
that's how
indication
long
of how long it
it
takes. Lots of stuff.
I mean, because we had secret off the record chats about
Thunderbird
5 some time ago.
For quite a while.
Now, just for people who are wondering, obviously we've already discussed the scales of Thunderbird 4. You can see our Thunderbird 5 there in the wide shot, hopefully next to David. David, how big is your Thunderbird 5?
Thunderbird 5 will be much bigger. It's not going to be sort of in true scale because none of these things are. And I mean, I'd love to do them properly in scale, but ultimately, all of these releases are the first 4 of these are all in this size box. But basically, Thunderbird 5 will be a box double the size.
Oh,
really? The same height, same depth, but it'll basically be intentionally that they all join together. So when you get the whole collection, you'll have 4 in one size, 5th one in one big box, and then it all just stacks, and it sort of helps if you've got OCD for shelves and things like that. It's some of my pet peeves of things when boxes don't stack properly. So ultimately, that's a very intentional thing. Some assembly required.
Gary Hodgkinson says, toys, models.
Yes, not toys. Sorry, that's our using it shorthand when we mean collectibles, high-end collectibles.
Yeah.
Now, if Thunderbird 5 is going to be that big, where does it put it in scale with Thunderbird 3?
So Thunderbird 3 in this box here will dock with Thunderbird 5. We've had a slight delay compared to Thunderbird 4 because, of course, we designed it and then we sort of realised we've got to work out how this thing balances when it's made of die-cast metal. So what we're ultimately doing is there is a display stand which you'll be able to plug into 2 different points on the model depending on how you're displaying it.
Nice.
So you can have it solo, or then you can move the stand to actually have it with Thunderbird 3 docked in there as well.
Yeah.
And it's about making sure it balances right, doesn't fall to pieces, all sorts of things. So
that's a tricky build.
I mean, really difficult.
As a collectibles and models experts, David. Why do you think everybody's avoided Thunderbird 5 for so long for mass market?
I think it's the antennae on the bottom, which has sadly dropped off this one. But I think it ultimately is very much the fact that everything else sort of I don't need a stand for Thunderbird 4. Everything sort of sits quite nicely. It bottoms quite nicely. Whereas Thunderbird 5 is always it needs a stand, and it is sort of static.
It's
as
kind
well.
of not playable, I always think, in a sense.
So it's difficult.
Yeah.
I mean,
kind of whoosh them
you
around.
can't stand it on its own. But I mean, if you can stand it and then dock Thunderbird 3, it becomes a bit more like playful.
That gives it serious. I mean, it's ultimately finding with the stuff which we've been doing, especially we started with the Stingray, with the realization that there isn't the dinky element out there. No one's really dinky never did Stingray, so it's ultimately let's add torpedoes. So it's the same methodology with this. Should say as well that this will have, just like all these other Thunderbird 4s, there will be a cockpit in there. It's just been primed. Still no Gordon. Unfortunately,
tricky to put the little figure in there.
This is the whole problem with celebrities. You can't get the likeness rights, so it's very much like he's not in there, unfortunately. But there is the interior all painted up as well, just like these versions as well. So I'm really excited. Pre-orders for this and Thunderbird 5 are going to be expected late August, early September.
Okay.
We are aiming to get them both in the country by the end of the year.
Great.
Okay, so about 4.5 months for pre-order and end of the year for arrival.
Thunderbird 4 will probably be sooner.
Okay.
It's further along, but we will be moving heaven and earth to get Thunderbird 5 in before Christmas.
It's very exciting.
Ian Riley says, David, could we get Max Jetcar from Joe 90 reissue, please?
Well, that's it. So I mean, that's the thing. So it's say a reissue. So ultimately, that's the dinky tooling. So we actually need to make it completely from scratch. That's long gone. So all of these things, even if you think about the Thunderbird stuff like Thunderbird 2, it just follows the dinky template all the way along. It's more inspired by the Matchbox release in the 90s, but it's not actually the Matchbox tooling. It's Corgi's own tooling from the early mid-2000s. Right. So we have to recreate these all from scratch to do it again.
Yes.
So in some cases, it's inspired by, but in others, it is literally entirely new that we have to come up with. So all these things, absolutely, it's on I should have made that T-shirt, shouldn't I? I've got a Corgi T-shirt on this time. I wanted to have a T-shirt made out that said Corgi, it's on the list. I will do that if I come back.
To my T-shirt.
Yeah, refer to my T-shirt.
That's right, exactly.
That's absolutely on the list.
Steve says you can always hang Thunderbird 5 from the ceiling.
You could do that. I mean, it's quite heavy. I mean, you probably need a fishing line. I say it's quite heavy. I don't know yet. But it's very much, we will get there.
But Joanna, in big capital letters, say, stop saying toy.
These are not toys. These are models and collectibles.
Yes.
Sorry.
Why isn't it a toy? You can play with them, can't you?
I know. I mean, it's
a bit more detailed, I guess, than your average toy.
That's the thing. I mean, with the Thunderbird 3 that we've got, I mean, there's like a little, you can see it quite nicely on your version here. The fact that you've got the T in the right place, but that's because you've got a solid nose cone, because we sort of do lean into the toy aspect. It's got a rubber nose cone on it.
Okay.
And so we've sort of realized that if you put the T on the nose cone, it'll probably rub off. So we had to drop it slightly. So that's our only sort of concession. To actually embrace the heritage idea of what it is.
Yeah, great. Yes, nice. They've now seemed to have spawned an argument between those who call it collectibles, those who want to call them toys.
April Davis saying the same. The old librarian saying, looking forward to a far more accurate TB5 than the old JR21 version with its flashing lights. Have you seen that?
So that was plastic, I believe.
Plastic gold thing.
Yes, no.
It looked nothing like Thunderbird 5.
It will be all proper colours. I mean, just like this. We've got the product artwork approved, and so it looks as it should.
Yeah, another Steve says that holding out for a space precinct police cruiser.
Yeah, no, I know we said this last time.
Yeah,
didn't we?
It's on the list. Skyship 1.
Yeah.
These are models and not toys. Right, okay, we've been told now. The word toy is banned from the rest of the live stream from now.
Oh, that's a shame. It's all banned for the rest of the live stream.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't toy with you, don't worry.
All right.
And David, have you been pleased with the overall response to the Anderson stuff?
Absolutely thrilled. I mean, sort of as I say, yours are limited, ours aren't, and so the point of bringing ours in the Corgi main range version is we can just keep making them forevermore, and so those are the Thunderbirds models from Corgi from now on. So it won't change, and so just simply the response we've had from pre-ordering the first wave, which are now in stock, we've had to order more already.
Great.
Just like that.
Very good sign.
So we've got more coming, so we make sure we don't run out come to September when we have the new stuff coming. So absolutely thrilled, and it's really doing very, very well for us. Really pleased.
Stuart says, hello, David. Fantastic models of the Thunderbirds, but which is your favourite Anderson show?
Well, it is Thunderbirds. With a close Captain Scarlet second.
Yeah. Can we get an action figure of Richard that says Blankety Blank?
I'm not allowed to do action figures. I might have to speak to someone else about that one.
Okay. The people who call these models toys are Mistron agents, apparently. Yes, I love Thunderbirds. I'm pleased that Thunderbird 5 is getting more attention, says Button Moon.
I think we all are.
We need an action figure of Jamie, Chris, Terry, Ross, and Richard.
Okay, you better speak to your other department then about that.
Nice little collectible range, wouldn't it? Collectible.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Then there'd be a fight, wouldn't there, to see which is the most popular.
Yeah. Mark Simpson Wedge asks, sorry, skipping over that. How come Thunderbird 1 doesn't have landing legs? There aren't very many Thunderbird 1 toys without them.
I mean, it is sort of one of those things where it's quite difficult to, I mean, to have more success at this sort of scale.
Don't put it onto us, David.
But I mean, it's very much one of those things where I could technically do a version which plugs in.
Yeah.
Again, it could be one of those where it plugs in.
Yeah.
So maybe for the
bit
future.
fine though at that scale.
Yeah, that's it. It'd have to be like etch or like metal in some way, I think. But I mean, it's something we can revise. You know, I revised Thunderbird 3 for the nose, so we could definitely go back and look at it.
Yeah, we love the collectibles and models. We need more from other shows, says Lawrence.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yes. Yes.
Well, if David agrees, then it must be true.
Yes, exactly.
That's right,
Now, and this is not your department, David, but I'm going to put it to you anyway. Why aren't Airfix doing any Anderson stuff?
So I think it's about whether the tooling still exists, especially with like the Angel Interceptor.
Yeah.
So that's something which I
That was
know
an
has
easy
been
one.
looked at. But I mean, it's ultimately the decisions that the brand makes are sort of where to go. But I mean, it is sort of very much, you know, there's the Japanese kits, which are the long-running Japanese kits, are very good.
Yes.
And so that, you know, you can get them relatively easily now in the UK. I mean, you can nip over to somewhere like Hobbycraft.
Oh yeah, they're in Hobbycraft
They're
or at
all over the place. Or on the
GerryAnderson.com.
GerryAnderson.com store.
Yes.
So yeah, you can sort of get a very good kit at the moment. But I mean, yeah, it's one of those things which you never know when things will roll around in the future.
Yes. It's always possible, but anyway, so not to put David on the spot there, really, because it's not fair. I did it anyway, and I'll probably do it again before he leaves.
I did the company line.
No, you have to. But it's so difficult. If we could click our fingers, we'd do everything.
Well,
you know, all these things would exist, and there would be a Zill hand puppet from Space Precinct, and there would be a Torchy Pelham puppet.
Maybe not that.
Probably not that. And there will be a walking sidewinder remote control. But we just can't do them all because the development costs are so high. We can't guarantee that people are going to buy them. And then there's only so many of us working at any one time on any project. And so for bandwidth, you can't just do everything everywhere all at once.
But I mean, I have been sitting there brainstorming, well, I'd love to do Fireflash. I'd love to do Zero X.
Yeah.
I'd love to do the Mole. I'd love to do Firefly. All these other bits and bobs.
Corgi Mole, I can definitely see
really,
that.
really good. I remember the Matchbox one from the 90s, which was smashing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So quite, you know, all these things, they're all on my list. They're all on my agenda. Not my T-shirt.
I'd like to see the Gerry Anderson vehicles available as part of the Corgi Model Club USA monthly range.
Oh, so that's the thing. So they weren't Corgi.
Aha.
So there's Dinky. So it's a different company entirely. The great rivalry of the 60s diecast.
Yeah.
Never mind Matchbox.
Yeah, I asked Airfix about making, this is Alan, about making the Eagle and Hawk models in the late 80s. They said they didn't have the molds anymore, though there are many other options now anyway.
There are other companies, so
that's right, exactly. But I mean, it seems to be such a market about over this stuff. Is it nostalgia? Is it an older market?
It's absolutely nostalgia. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a really old market.
Yeah.
I think, especially sort of because, you know, I was part of the 90s revival.
Yes.
So we're attracting that market as well. So I think we are seeing it skew younger than quite a lot of our product. So but it's nostalgia all the same.
Yeah. Hi, David. I just love the Corgi Thunderbirds toys that you make. It looks beautiful. I was thinking of the Fireflash Corgi toy by any chance.
I literally just said it.
That's good. It's good though that we're aligned, right?
Absolutely. The 90s diecasts were based on the Dinky moldings. The 1992 Thunderbird 2 by Matchbox was based on the 1974 Dinky Thunderbird 2 casting, while the Vivid Imaginations SPV was a Dinky moulding, as was the Joe 90 jet car.
They're all sort of related.
Yeah.
In effect, they're all in like a family tree. In effect.
How about a Fireflash? I would love an Angel Interceptor. Yeah. Thunderbird's Plaster of Paris set.
I had that when I was a kid. Yeah. In fact, I bet Tim, who's here, probably licensed it. I imagine back then. Those horrible rubber molds, and you poured the plaster in, and you got them out, and you painted them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real nostalgia hit for me there.
Yeah. So. Scott says, "Hi, David. What's your favourite Thunderbird craft? Mine is Thunderbird 1. Will there be a Corgi MSV in the future?" So what's your favourite Thunderbird?
Thunderbird 3.
Yeah.
Straight off the bat. So it was Thunderbird 3. I don't know why.
Yes.
But Big Red Rocket, what can I say? Even though it's not actually proper red.
Yeah.
And then, yes, MSV, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Great.
It's on the list.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's other Scarlet stuff as well. But yes, absolutely a missing one
Yes, there was a Space Precinct character plaster set back in the 90s as well, says Monty.
I also remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Captain Scarlet plaster rubber kit.
Yeah. they were all fantastic.
Okay.
So much stuff.
Now, I know that Chris will be gagging to get back and play an upcoming game. So, David, before you disappear, can you just do a quick recap on Thunderbird 4 and Thunderbird 5 for those who may have missed it?
So Thunderbird 4, both a new tool, and Thunderbird 5. Nothing to show Thunderbird 5 yet. Would have in maybe a week or two.
Yeah, but it's going to be huge.
Firing torpedoes for the first time ever. Different scale from yours, which is great. Pre-orders opening, not confirmed date yet. Late August, early September, and I mean very early September, like first week or so. We are aiming to get stock in as soon as on this one. It's well underway. Thunderbird 5 before Christmas is the aim for that one.
Brilliant.
Well, what a time to be alive.
There you go.
It is fantastic. Thank you, David. Thank you, Corgi.
And I need to find the torpedoes in the next 24 seconds.
There's one there. I think one went on the table.
I think one went in my bag.
Okay, no, it's there. It's by your right foot.
I
Okay.
see one right there.
Yeah, and
They will be bright red at the finish.
They will be bright red, so it's much easier to find.
Right.
I might be in trouble.
David is going to find his torpedoes. He may be crawling around the floor for a bit after this.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much, David.
No, thank
it's
you.
brilliant, and thank you for doing your bit to keep all the
Pleasure as
answers
always.
going.
And when I have something to show at TP5, give me a shout.
Hooray!
Yeah.
We'll have you back on the podcast. David, thank you.
Bye.
And now it's a game you'll like to play. Well, some of you do anyway. It's called Blankety Blank.
Hooray!
Appearing tonight on Dick Spanner, Captain Oka, Twizzle, Lance Carter, Paul Roper, and Millie. And here are your hosts, Richard James and Jamie Anderson.
Oh, no!
All that stuff's gone. I was just
Yes.
watching it, and it's
Sorry, Chris, but we've got some things in boxes here that you might be interested in.
yes,
You left them
yes.
behind.
We're going to have to fight over who gets Fab 1, aren't we? I can tell that's a battle.
I love the way that our desk, someone's not complaining by any means, but mentioned earlier that the table looks a little bare.
Yeah.
It ain't bare anymore.
No, there's lots of stuff, and we'll go back through it after we've had a little bit of a game.
Yes. So, well, those of you that are old enough to remember Fab Live back in the day, do you remember in the olden days?
Oh, the olden times. I remember them well.
Almost analog. weren't
I
they,
thought
really?
we left it behind, but never mind.
Well, remember a game that we kept playing called Blankety Blank.
Yes.
Based on the,
Happy memories.
David's off, so we'll say goodbye.
Bye, David. Bye. Thank you, David.
Oh, torpedo on the floor.
Oh,
all right, we'll find it.
We'll find it and send it to you in the post.
Yes. Bye. Thank you very much.
Right, David's gone.
Yes. So Blankety Blank, it's quite easy, really. I'm going to give you some famous quotes, or not so famous quotes from various Gerry Anderson series, and it's up to you to find not only what the missing word is, but also to tell me who said it and from which production, which series.
Wow, that's a bit harder.
Is
Yes,
it? Okay.
it is. And but when all this is over, and don't worry, it will be soon. We will do a recap, and we'll take a look at all the stuff we talked about. So if you missed it, we're going to go and have close-ups of all the models, the new giant Thunderbird 4, the big Thunderbird 1, everything else. So that'll be coming soon.
What you're saying really is to all the 871 people watching, now is the time to have a quick loo break. While I do Blankety Blank, and then they can come back for a recap of all the important stuff.
Exactly that, yeah.
Okay, all right. Now, Jack has very kindly prepared the blanks for tonight's episode. of
Thank you,
Blankety
Jack.
Blank. So, Jack, can we have the first one on the screen, please? Gee, I wonder what Jim Lucas is going to say when he hears about his blank. What could that possibly be?
Well, I seem to think I've heard that word fairly recently.
Okay, good. Gee, I wonder what Jim Lucas is going to say when he hears about his blank. Put your comments wherever you're watching us and I can read them out. So remember, you get bonus points. I don't know how many because we just kind of make it up.
It's
bonus points for
there's nothing to do on.
Who said it and from which episode of which series. So far, we've got Lozzie who says sandwich. I wonder what Jim Lucas is going to say when he hears about his sandwich.
Well,
could be close.
Sandwiches are important.
Bitcoin, I think I saw go past there.
Credit card?
Credit card, yes. Path of Destruction and Brain, says Richard Goodborn. Toy, says Scott. It's not a toy, it's a model. But a few of you already have got it right, of course. Crab Logger, Thunderbirds, Path of Destruction.
Yeah.
Okay. Crab Logger says Jonathan. Robert Monk says Bill from the Anders store. Okay. But
and they're right.
Virgil Tracy from Thunderbirds, Path of Destruction. Gee, I wonder what Jim Lucas is going to say when he hears about his Crab Logger.
Which we all knew,
Yes,
of course.
Of course, yeah. I'm not allowed to join in with these, so I'm just
because you know them anyway.
bursting at the seams.
All right, Jack, let's have the next one, please. Here we go. Number 2. One unlocated blank is one blank too many. Find it.
Corgi Thunderbird 4 torpedo. I'm a bit worried about it.
You could be right.
Yeah.
I don't know where it went.
One unlocated blank is one blank too many. Find it. Put your comments wherever you're watching this video, and I shall read out your suggestions, and we'll eventually settle upon a winner. Where's 4-foot Eagle Lander being posted, says Thunderchild.
Oh, you mean the 3-foot Eagle 76? That'll be later in the year.
Great. Well, it's from UFO. Lots of people seem to be thinking it's Straker and it's Computer Affair. That's the name of the episode. Some people are saying UFO and Straker.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, UFO. The Psycho Bombs, says Anne. That's right. So exactly right. Toy Collectible, says Robert Monk. Yes, fine. Thank you. One unlocated blank is one blank too many. Find it. It is indeed UFO. Pronounced UFO, I think, not UFO in this particular instance.
Wow.
Straker would say UFO.
I said Straker from the episode, The Psycho Bombs. Lots of correct answers there.
Yeah, you're doing very well tonight.
Yeah. Ian Riley says one unlocated Chris Dale is one Chris Dale too many.
Oh, one Chris Dale is too many. Yes.
I think that's probably right. Yeah. Very good. Let's have number 3, please, Jack. We've got 5 of these, by the way.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Why can't he be blank like the rest of us?
Why can't he be Chris Dale like the rest of us?
Yeah.
Why can't he be blank like the rest of us? Tell us, if you can, who said it, from which episode of which series, as well as telling us what the missing word is. Why can't he be blank like the rest of us?
See,
Why can't he be normal like the rest of us? Yeah,
I've got
How
the
can he
show.
become normal?
Not quite
Why
sure
can't
the
he be
episode.
torchy like the rest of us?
Oh,
Says Richard Goodwall.
there is only one.
Yeah. Why can't he be normal? Why can't he be a puppet like the rest of us? Says Watson Makes. Why can't he be normal? I think we had there's a full answer there. Sergeant 101 from Terrorhawk's Spirilla.
Yes.
That's
Talking
really
about
correct,
5-5.
isn't it? Does that mean I get to do my Windsor Davis impression?
No, you need to do your Robbie Stevens
Oh, is that
impression.
right? I can't do Robbie Stevens.
Why can't he be normal like the rest of us?
Yes. Nailed it.
There you go. Very good. Let's have number 4. 2 more to go. A blankety blank this evening. You cannot destroy us, blank. But now we will crush your world.
Easy.
We know this one straight off, don't we?
Yes.
Let's have your comments. Remember, bonus points for telling us who said it and which episode of which series.
Yeah, but very specifically which series.
Yes, because this could be a bit of a trick question.
Could it?
Yes, it could
I
be.
think so, yes.
Oh, you'll have to explain why. You cannot destroy us, humans, but now we will crush your world, is the suggestion there. Earthman, says Anthony. You cannot destroy us, Earthman. I quite like that. Captain Black, says Stuart. And Earthman is the missing blank.
I've seen some very full correct answers going on here.
Earthman, new Captain Scarlet. I feel like we're kind of cycling into the more correct and specific answer.
Man is still not
right.
No.
Earthmen, Captain
now
Black,
we're talking.
new Captain Scarlet. Yes?
No.
Earthmen.
No.
Mysterons, new
Yes.
Captain Scarlet.
Yes.
Episode?
Come on.
Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons.
Yeah, well, come on, we're there now. It was the Mysterons that said it.
Instrument of Destruction, Part 1.
That's correct.
Phew. Goodness for that. It took a while.
Oh, it was a bit
but we got
stressful,
there.
that one.
I felt like that was a bit of a team effort. I quite like that.
Yeah, well done, team.
Let's have the last one then, please, Jack. for
The
Blankety
last
Blank
one?
this evening.
Oh, music to my
special
ears.
already.
But naturally, it was clever. Do you expect Blank to play the fool? Do you?
Richard James?
Always expected to play the fool. But naturally, it was clever. Do you expect Blank to play the fool? Do you, Fred Freiberger, says Trevor Knight? Very good. Yes. I've seen that one, says the Harry 29. Excellent. That's good to know, isn't it? But naturally, it was clever. Do you expect Blank to play the fool? Do you? Chris Dale, says Dom. Mitch the Monkey, says Jonathan Bell. Me, says Simpsons Clips. Straker, says Tone. Brains, says Keith Roberts. Or Titan, says Watson Makes.
There's a few people saying me in there.
Yeah, that's right. I know. Zelda from Terrorhawks. But naturally, it was clever. Do you expect Blank to play the fool? Do you? Aegon, Thrice, Lavender Castle,
Well,
says AC.
Let's get the reveal.
Let's reveal all, Jack, and see what this is from.
And the answer is, oh, it's Master Spy.
maybe Supercar. But I was going to say Beacon.
Okay, well done. I don't think I didn't see that anywhere in the comments.
No, not me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Excellent.
Jack has outsmarted everybody.
Absolutely.
Well done,
yeah.
producer
Well done,
Jack, for out master spying hundreds of viewers, apparently. Well done.
Exactly.
Wow.
Well, I'm pleased to report that since we started that item, the viewers have risen by about 60. So I'd like to think that I brought 60 viewers.
Or they're all coming to get the catch up at the end.
Now that we've nearly finished.
Who knows?
Exactly. Well done for you at home. If you did well there, give yourself a pat on the back. And if you did reasonably well, give yourself a pat on the side. Yeah. You tried.
And if you didn't do very well at all, you need to watch more Gerry Anderson episodes.
Yeah, and what better time to do it than Gerry Anderson Day?
Yes.
I mean, why not? There's still time, isn't there?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
We've got people for whom it's like, 4:30 in the morning. So, yeah, we've got a full day of watching it.
Crikey.
Yeah.
I miss all this Button Moon. It's great fun.
It is lovely. It's lovely to have you all with us actually today. So thank you all for joining us. Hope you enjoyed Blankety Blank. Would you like a little recap of all the things we've talked about?
Yes,
lots of things. Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna have to scroll to the top of the script to remember everything that's been talked about
We're
today.
gonna have to be very careful about.
Yes, need to get some little cards out.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
are you gonna, okay.
From the top.
From the top.
Yeah.
Where are the other cards?
They're down
Richard?
here.
We have talked to you about
Yes.
the Thunderbirds Super Space Theatre Collector's Edition Blu-ray, which will be with us at the end of next month, we believe.
Yes.
It's a lovely collection, and it's marked Volume 1. Volume 2 is going to be Space 1999,
yes,
and
with
will
6
include
films on there.
all
Yes.
6 of them, and one of them is a new film edited by Chris Dale called
Prisoners in Space.
It's very Super Space Theatre in the most brilliant way possible.
Well, thank you very much.
Lovely retro logo,
Yeah.
and many more volumes to come. And we even talked about maybe tacking on a Terrorhawks volume right at the end, possibly, which we could
Why not?
make up a new Super Space Theatre there. The bonus features on this include documentary, trailers, the machines and heroes and villains, posters, lobby card type things. Yeah, it's loads, and there's lots more to come. Space 1999 next up later in the year. Thunderbirds, yes, the Blu-ray. Obviously, we know this is coming now. Chris, you exclusively revealed some fixes.
To episodes that have problems. Yes, we have fixed shots in The Uninvited and Operation Crash Dive. A shot that people were especially insistent that should be fixed is now fixed. I think there may be 1 or 2 more fixes
Yes, indeed.
currently underway. We also have the 350th anniversary episodes,
Yep.
Thunderbirds 1965, produced by Century 21 Films. A whole host of archive and new extras, and some printed parts as well, I should
Yes,
think.
more parts to come.
Yes.
And also, beyond the HD, we've gone Ultra HD. No, not that yet.
We don't have a picture for
And
that.
we don't have a picture for that. You can keep the same picture up.
Imagine it. It's really nice.
So, a double bill. 2 selected Thunderbirds episodes, Trapped in the Sky and Terror in New York City in 4K, fully restored from the film material with fixes, new mixed sound, new restored from the digital master, which is mono, so you'll get it as originally presented, but with a lovely 5:1 mix, which you can choose from too. Presented in a steelbook, which the artwork will be revealed in the coming weeks, and also launches the start of our steelbook range, where we have very special restorations, the next of which will be Breakaway for Space 1999's 50th anniversary. So steelbook range on the way, and I'm hoping, desperately hoping, we can get some of these into cinema screens, limited screens later in the year for very special anniversary screenings on the big screen. They look great. There you go. Chris, do you want to talk about something you're holding there, since you've got Stingray?
We have
thing?
the wonderful Corgi Thunderbird 4, which you saw
Yes.
a little preview of earlier.
Which David has sadly now taken away.
Yes, minus 1 torpedo, which we'll hunt for later.
Yes.
We have the International Rescue Technical Operations Manual, written by Andrew Clements and Chris Thompson.
Beautiful.
And it's 200 and what was it, 80 something?
280-ish pages, same size as the Moonbase Alpha one from a few years ago.
Lots of stuff to enjoy there. That will be in a standard edition or in a deluxe edition, similar to the deluxe Stingray Technical Operations Manual, which is coming at the end of
May.
Yes. What have you got?
I've got another thing here for me to hold up and you to talk about.
Oh, the comic anthology. Now, as you know, we've been going through the archives, pulling together old releases of the comics from the 60s, mostly from TV21, but others too. And to mark the 60th anniversary of Thunderbirds, we're doing 2 volumes from TV21, all of the strips collected from TV21. This is the first one, and this is a lovely cover by Lee Sullivan, based on a news story from an episode from a
Solar Danger.
from
I believe
Solar
it's
Danger.
called,
There you
yes.
go,
So
which
this
is an issue. Then.
Thunderbirds in TV21 ran from I think 65 to it might be 66 to 69. So there's a lot to get through.
There you go. So this one's available to pre-order in June, and there will be a volume 2 a couple of months later for pre-order, which will contain the rest of the TV21 material. And then we hope to do more next year, but more to be announced.
Lovely.
In due course. I think
Speaking of comics, we have
Yes.
another one here on the table.
Well done,
For those
Chris.
of you who didn't want to buy the lovely Stingray TV21 collections with the Deadly Uprising stories in there, we now have the Deadly Uprising Stingray comics in their own volume. So you can enjoy all 8 stories in here without any of that TV21 stuff.
That old stuff. Only new in
All the
there.
new stuff, all the new stories, they're in this lovely volume here.
Beautiful.
There you go. And now, really, we should get on to the
Start the show.
amazing collectibles.
I don't know,
So,
just
should we start with Thunderbird 4? Our giant
Which one?
Thunderbird 4. Let's go with the big one.
oh, there
So-
it is. Lovely detailed premium Thunderbird 4. Look at that. So much detail on there. I can't get over the cockpit interior. It is perfect.
It is
really
such
is.
a beauty. Beautifully weathered. It's hefty as well.
It
You could
is
probably do
quite
some
heavy,
damage to
yes.
somebody with this, so please don't throw it at your
No.
loved ones if you get one.
Does it float? No. It,
It-
won't go in your bath.
It's,
will just
no, it's
sink.
definitely not one for floating, but it's pretty huge. It comes with this Thunderbird 2 launch ramp
Yep. There it is.
plinth, so you can display it, and it's a real beauty. I think it's definitely one of my favorite things that we've done. So yeah, we need to build a Thunderbird 2 that's large enough to fit this one inside it. I think you can leave that as a project for yourself at home.
Yes.
Now, alongside that, Thunderbird 1,
Thunderbird
which
1.
people were asking about earlier on. So we kind of
Here it
have
is.
made your dream come true here with another beautifully weathered collectible. This is an early prototype painted sample, so not the finished one. There are a couple of little errors and details on there, but you get the feel for it in terms of the size and the finish. It's a beauty,
and it's on the launch pad here,
which there will be some pattern on
Details
eventually,
on
but not
there,
yet. And that will be much later in the year. The probably July pre-order, something like that. We'll work it out shortly, but there's more to come. Such as,
Where do we
I
go
need to get my
next?
phone out again. Oh,
This lovely array.
I'm going to
of
lean forward to those.
all 5 Thunderbirds craft. Do you want these picked up individually? This is my favorite.
Sure, I'm listening to that.
Thunderbirds 3.
Okay, so this is part of a small models collectible range, which
Thunderbird
I'm not really
4,
doing a very good job of
which I
getting.
broke earlier. Thunderbird 5, which Ross broke out. Yeah.
It's on such a lag, I can't actually show you. But you can see them on the wide there.
There it is.
Yeah.
We found it.
So this is small models collectibles range, launching for pre-order from July with Thunderbird 1 and 2. And they are, again, beautifully weathered, painted, finished. They look fantastic.
I think this might be the first Thunderbird 2 model I've seen that has the back door as well on the pod.
Oh, there you go.
Very rare.
Only the finest for Anda fans worldwide. So, all of those things.
Yeah.
And also, the thing that we
Also,
haven't talked about in the
yes,
recap
yes.
is the multi-platform Thunderbird story, which
Yeah.
is coming. And I've got one more thing I can just feel Tim out the corner of my eye going, and the other thing.
That you didn't mention earlier.
Yes, which
One
we're
more
going to mention now. Coming right now. Okay, Thunderbird's Hidden Dangers first.
Yep.
Multi-platform across audios, comics, and short stories, novels, told before, during, or after existing Thunderbirds episodes. So really fully immersed in the world of Thunderbirds that you already know. They'll be available from September and through into 2026 with more details soon in terms of who's contributing, etc., etc. And this September, if you can get yourself to London,
London,
to the Museum of Brands,
Ooh.
we are collaborating with them on a very special exhibition, which is going to be all about the toys, collectibles, books, and other licensing and merchy goodness from the worlds of Thunderbirds and Space 1999.
Wow.
So they are bringing in lots of stuff into their collection. It will be on display. We're going to have a number of little special events there. I'm hoping there will be a launch event, which you can come down to, which will probably be mid-September, somewhere around there. On the 13th of September,
Well, that'd be
Tim
good, wouldn't it?
says,
Yes.
which makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For breakaway.
The appropriate.
Yeah.
It's going to be really lovely. If you haven't been to the Museum of Brands, I implore you to go because it's It's really lovely.
It's very accessible. The nearest tube station we were looking at it earlier is Ladbroke Grove.
There you go.
So
It's a short walk from Ladbroke Grove.
Yep.
It's a great place anyway. It's a real kind of nostalgia time tunnel, but it's going to have a dedicated Thunderbirds in Space 1999 area. All that kind of nostalgic goodness. Probably that JR21 Thunderbird 5 that I was slagging off earlier on. That'll be there, I'm sure.
And they have Anderson merch going back to Twizzle, extending as far as Space Precinct. I believe they have Space Precinct bubble baths. So
Brilliant.
You'll be in your element.
There you go. You'll even be able to see some Space Precinct stuff as well. So more news on that very soon, including the name of the exhibition, which we're still working on, and it will be named soon. It's kind of hard to convey all that.
Yes, how do you convey all that?
And for two different, I mean, if you've got any ideas, please do send them in to support@gerryanderson.com.
Okay.
What do you think we should
Don't
call
get
the
too attached
exhibition?
to them.
Thunderbirds in Space 1999 at the Museum of Brands from September this year.
Great. Bubble baths, says Dr. Cookie.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember those.
There's a Took one, a Pobbly one, a Loister one.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
a Snake one, I think.
Yeah,
All the
fun.
best stuff.
Great.
Now, as a final reminder, the 15% off Gerry Anderson Day sale goes until tomorrow night at 11:59 UK time. That's 15% off. Majority of stuff at the Gerry Anderson store, excluding new releases and pre-orders.
And things that we don't have there yet.
And things that aren't there yet. Go and, fill your boots and enjoy some stuff and let us know what you're going to go and watch.
Amazing.
Yes.
Great.
That's it.
All right.
We've done it.
Are you sure we haven't missed anything out? I'm looking at the table. It doesn't look like we've missed anything out.
Everybody's nodding. I think that's because they want a curry now.
Great.
So nothing like a Gerry Anderson Day curry. But thank you all for watching. Happy Gerry Anderson Day.
Yes,
Wow,
thank you, Gerry. Thank you, everyone who worked on all those shows with
You're
you
welcome.
and gave us all those. Oh, yeah, you. Maybe I retract that.
Even Richard James.
Even you. Yeah, why not?
No, we love seeing you all. Thank you
Brought
so
us
much for contributing.
So much joy over the years.
And thank you to Richard. And thank you to Chris.
Oh, thanks, Jamie.
Thank you, producer Jack in the background,
Yes,
who's
well done,
been keeping this all running and did us a great script to put everything together. And thank you to Ross for pressing the buttons and making sure you could see us,
Yes,
despite
well
some
done, Ross.
technical gremlins.
Thank you, David, as well, for joining us.
And David, yeah.
And we will return your torpedo to you.
What a loving. Yeah, we've got to go torpedo hunting now. So we'll wish you a lovely evening to your Gerry Anderson Day. Thank you for joining us. And goodbye.
See you soon.
Bye.
I wish I was a spaceman, the fastest guy alive. I'd fly you around the universe in Fireball XL5. Way out in space together, conquerors of the skies. My heart would be a fireball, a fireball. Every time I gaze into your starry eyes, we take the path to Jupiter, and maybe very soon we'd cruise along the Milky Way and land upon the moon. To a wonderland of stardust, we'll zoom our way to Mars. My heart would be a fireball, a fireball. If you would be my Venus of the stars.